My question is also about the trust that the stakeholders have. On the 2nd of June, the Deputy President and the Kenya Kwanza presidential candidate, William Ruto, said that a number of his voters, about 1 million of them, had been moved from their polling stations to other polling stations. And in fact, the IBC confirmed weeks later by even gazetting those places that they perceived the votes to have been moved, although you scale down the numbers from the 1.1 million. The question is this is a player in this election. How did the team for Deputy President William Ruto know that his voters, not just voters being moved, said his supporters have been moved from one location to the other? This was before the KPMG report. This was before even you spoke about the register. How did they know this happened, Chairman?
Yeah, thank you, Ken. I don't know how they knew. Maybe that question should be addressed to the Deputy President who came up with the statement. But what I do know is that we had the KPMG report and the recommendations of that report, including the issue you're raising about the transfers, came as a result of that report. And that's how then we address the issues after that. So how that information then was available to the candidate for Kenya Kwanza, I don't know.
But then, Chairman, yes, yeah. The problem with this is this. This is a candidate in this election. You don't know how they knew. There are people who have access to your system. Do you think this information came from your system? Because you confirmed it later through even the KPMG report that indeed there are voters who had been moved. The concern, however, is not even about the voters. How he knew his voters were moved. Does it bother you that a candidate would have such details that later is confirmed by a report?
Let's put it this way. The information of 1 million is not correct. So let's start from there. So if we start from there, then we can say that if the information is not correct, then why are we worried about that information? Maybe perhaps the only thing we can talk about now is the fact that there was some cases of movement of transfers, which were very, very few cases. I think there were less than 5,000 cases. So if you look at that with the 1 million movement, you see, we are talking about two different things here.
But the admission, yes, yeah. Chair, the admission is there was movement. How did that movement occur? The admission is, even if there were two voters, there was movement. How did it occur?
Now, that has been explained in the audit report. The commission instituted investigations, and the report of the investigations came out last week. 5 officers of the commission then were involved in that issue, and the file has since been taken to the DPP for further investigation and prosecution. So I think the report is there with the DPP, and that then explains how that movement took place. So I don't think the two issues then can be
Chairman, whether you're saying that the Deputy President said it is 1 million and you're saying that it is less than 5,000 or 5,000 thereabout, as my colleague Ken Mijungu puts it, is that that's an admission that probably somebody would use to say that and amplify the question of trust within yourselves as a commission, and actually put it out there that there are people who are leaking information to the main candidates outside there?
I would not, when you are running an organization, a lot of things happen. And I've just given you an example of 5 officers who have been found wanting, and there's a report with the DPP. Perhaps when the DPP concludes investigations and prosecutes them, then we shall be able to know the details of that.
But also, however, Chairman, you agree, yes, yeah, you agree that there is an audit report that got to your table last week that you forwarded. Why would you not, in a process in a process like this one, where you know that there are trust questions in it, why would you not embrace Kenyans on such a matter, knowing that it is already causing consternation?
We did. We appraised Kenyans. We held a press conference here, released the audit report, and we spoke to it. Maybe it didn't come to your attention, but we addressed the issue about the audit report and the issues around the transfers, which were...
Chairman, we'll get back to the specific issues about the audit report, but let's first of all conclude with the questions of trust.
All right, and this goes perhaps to the CEO.